For the bearded iris, we're starting with a number 16 flat, loaded with sap green, and then side-loaded lemon custard to a blend. You're starting with the top of the iris and then pulling the stem down, then we're sliding up slender leaves on the flat of the brush. For the rolled over leaf, you're going to come to a curve, stand up on the chisel, roll the brush over, and bring that front corner down to the tip. Next, we're going to take a number 16 flat double loaded with white and wicker white and lemon custard, and we're going to stroke the back petals. These are wiggled petals, and they're going to be in the background of the top set of petals on this flower. Then we're layering more color, more petals, continuing to add more petals, and then rolling a stroke. Next, we're going to take a number 16 flat loaded with violet pansy and side loaded wicker white, and we're going to stroke the bottom petals. Now they come out and wiggle down to the tip, side load a little extra white for some highlight, and layer some of those rolled strokes to give it a more refined, realistic look, coming back to the center of the flower. Repeat this on the other side, wiggling out and in and layering those strokes. Here we have another folded petal look. We fold it in and then we fold it back out, and you just break those strokes up. Next, we're going to add the bud with the same colors. So you're stroking on the flat and the angle, coming down to the chisel, layering another over top of that, and final. Now we're going to add that little papery film that sits at the top of an iris stem. This is a number 12 flat, double loaded with wicker white and side loaded with yellow ochre, and lots of medium to get that transparent. Pouncing the beards with a number 6 flat, loaded with apple red and pure orange. Tap into just a little bit of white on that pure orange and give it a little highlight. With the spring peony, we're double loading a number 16 flat with wicker white and lavender. And we're stroking each petal up from the base and sliding back down, layering the petals in the back first and pulling some cool bisque with the flat of the brush. Next, we're adding the center with a number 2 script liner and a variety of colors, magenta and wicker white and daffodil yellow. We're layering more petals in the front of those center strokes, little chisel strokes to help fill it out. And then we're going to do a little bud layering those strokes, same colors, lavender and white. Now we're adding small leaves and the stem. This is a number 16 flat loaded with basil green and citrus green, and you're side loading white on the citrus green, stroking each leaf out and then standing back to the stem. For the spring poppy, we've got a variety of colors on this. This is a number 16 flat. Again, we are double loading magenta and lavender, and then we're side loading wicker white on the lavender edge, and we're stroking each petal in the back with the light edge out, layering the petals, and we're adding another petal inside, continuing to finish this layer of petals in the front. A few more inner petals, layering and overlapping. Then we're pouncing the center with a 1/4 inch scruffy, double loaded with citrus green and daffodil yellow. Then we're pulling stamens with a number 2 script liner, loaded with inky classic green, dotting around the tips of the stamens with daffodil yellow and wicker white. Next, we're pulling the stem down with a number 16 flat, double loaded with classic green and citrus green, and side loading wicker white on the citrus green edge. For our butterfly, we've double loaded a number 16 flat, daffodil yellow and wicker white. Then we're adding the body with a number 2 script liner loaded with inky classic green. For a clematis, that's quite simple. We're going to double load a number 16 flat with Juneberry and wicker white. And these are pointed leaves, and we're doing them in a little bit of wiggle and segmentation strokes at the same time. So wiggling out and then sliding back with some lift and pull strokes on the flat of the brush. Keep side loading strong wicker white to get that pretty outside edge. Everything comes back to the center on this flower. You're going to add a little bud with some pointed chisel strokes out and back in to the center, layering those petals. Leaves are added with a number 16 flat, double loaded with citrus green and white. Then we're pulling stamens with a number 2 script liner loaded with daffodil yellow. And you can shade once everything is dry with floating medium on a 16 flat and then side load Juneberry. Wisteria is done, first of all, with a number 12 flat, double loaded with sap green and citrus green, and then I've added wicker white to the citrus green. We're loosely pulling chisel strokes to get those stems of the various blossoms on the wisteria, and then we're doing flat strokes for the leaves, big leaves in the top, and then smaller leaves, very light, barely touching in some cases these strokes in the background. Next, we're adding the blossoms on the wisteria. This is a number 12 flat again, double loaded with violet pansy and wicker white. A lot of wicker white, maybe about 2/3 and 1/3 violet pansy, and then continuing to layer these petals with little wiggle teardrop strokes. Start in the back, and then we do some down at the tip, and then we fill in between to help get that shape. So we know where we're going as we build these strokes out. More and more white to keep these light and almost transparent looking, soft and pretty, adding a few more petals and little chisel strokes at the bottom. We finish with some sap green, inky with water blended on a number 2 script liner, adding little tendrils to complete the look of this wisteria. We're double loading a number 12 flat with lime green and teal. All right, so you start with lime green on the entire brush, then you side stroke the teal to blend in with the green to get this vibrant color. Pulling up stems on the chisel of the brush, leading with the darker color. Then we do some flat strokes with some pressure for some of the leaves. Side stroke a little extra wicker white to brighten up these rolled and flat strokes to help them show up against this dark background. Next, we're adding the various zinnia colored petals. This first set of petals is done on a number 12 flat, loaded with vibrant orange and daffodil yellow. All right, so a little pressure, and then we're adding some apple red onto the orange. Then we're kicking up white on the corner of the brush with even shorter strokes to finish that out. Now this next zinnia is apple red, and then side loading some pure orange, so it's a little bit darker in color, layering those petals again, and then side loading a little extra wicker white to finish out those center petals. Then we're adding even more white to that same brush to brighten up all those colors and doing a third flower. These further flowers are done with daffodil yellow, touch of pure orange in the yellow, and then side loaded with wicker white. Then we pounce the centers with a number 6 flat with pure orange and then a little extra wicker white on the outside edge. The cabbage rose, we start with our large leaves first. This is a number 16 flat, double loaded with sap green and citrus green, some wicker white side loaded on the citrus green edge, and we're stroking our wiggle leaves, our heart-shaped wiggle leaves. The second one has a slide out to the tip with a little curve. Pull stems into each of your leaves once you stroke them. We'll do a third large leaf on here. And then we'll start adding our flower base. So we're starting with a lot of Juneberry in the middle of the flower shape. And then we're side loading, this is a number 16 flat, we're side loading wicker white on that loaded brush. Lots of white, and we're stroking the layered petals on the outer skirt of this cabbage rose. Well, then we add a second skirt, and then finally the bud, layering with tight U-shaped strokes, and then finishing that second skirt, adding a little stroke in the front and some curved chisel strokes across the side. One final stroke in the front, and then we'll add a bud with a slight wiggle to it just to go with the theme of the color or theme of the rose. Add a second bud, and then with the number 8 flat in our leaf colors, and then I add a little Juneberry in there where then we're stroking the calyx leaves and some other small leaves around the outside, pulling a stem into each one with the chisel of the brush. Little clusters of 3 leaves. Add curlicues with inky citrus green on the number 2 script liner. And there you go.